quarter.
And it's those events that we have at the event center that you can sell tickets and bring revenue back into the city.
Right.
Those are the only events.
To have the stage
Is that
with
correct?
Yeah, put sand on there and take pictures. You know, you charge families to come in, and the pictures are free, they usually, because everybody's gonna take a picture with their phone anyways. I wouldn't bring a photographer, because everybody's gonna take pictures on their phone.
Well, I'm probably
regardless.
the only one here in the room that was Santa Claus down in the square many years ago.
Right there, Santa Claus, you got one.
I came in on a fire truck.
Mr.
The
Farmer,
old fire truck.
Mr. Farmer used to always be our Santa Claus when I was
You
on
know, we'll make that
chamber.
Friday before the Saturday, they have the band night, you know,
And we
have
could probably
Christmas
sell
on.
more tickets on
Yep,
Friday
and then you
night.
sell the tickets that night
For
too.
people
So you
that
do
didn't
Miss
buy
Claus's
tickets for the
cookies, you have a
extravaganza.
skating rink, something for the people to come out here and enjoy the event center. And that's the same thing for every, like Easter, I mean, it's a big thing too. You have an Easter egg hunt, you know, Walmart, HEB, they're always willing to give out baskets to give away, so we
It
do
was
raffles.
so, it was so
Yeah,
cold
get
one
the
night
blanket.
down in the square, we had to have a heat, were they taking Polaroid pictures? And we had to have a heater to warm up the pictures so they developed.
I used to, when I worked for State Farm, I used to donate, I used to make sure that I ordered a lot of film because it was free for us. And the chamber, I'd donate like maybe 20 of the packets to the chamber, and they would have it. Of course, it's been years ago, I've been out of there for like 9 years, so it's been a long time. But they would do those pictures.
I love this conversation, the interaction we're having. I think that's really a quality thing.
One of
we
the
have.
things that we have been doing, and we've been advertising, and Chaz is working on it, the board has allowed some events, so we had some free training here for our police officers, we had some county and regional training. We've been advertising that way. It's paid off, because I was somebody reached my office and they want to do training here regionally for something with maintenance or something, and they can bring their trucks and play. And I'm like, okay, it was free for my police, but I'm charging you. Actually, I think Mr. Cabo, when he wears his other hat, he had a training here at this facility as well. And so as the city's moving back into our home, I do have a home, we want to reach out and start having some classrooms and some activities and some community events, and hopefully some of the activities during the day. My staff knows the staff are grown sexy days, so they have to stay off Friday, Saturday, because I need to sell those days, you know. That's the grown sexy day, that's on money day. But I mean, on Thursday nights, if State Farm wants to hold a class or something like that, we want to be able to have a class here, because I need people out here to actually come and see the facility. People are quite surprised when they come out here, even Floresvillians.
So what do you think about the Thursday night or Friday night get-togethers here?
I think some, and if it's small, it'll be low key.
Well, it's hard on a Friday night, right?
Yeah,
Because of the
Friday,
ladies.
yeah, and then not only that, if we want to keep it going, there's a lot of
People are going
basketball
out of
games,
town.
football
Yeah, so
games.
maybe Wednesday or
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday will be probably the best time.
I would say Thursday.
And you can always have something on the patio, you always have a band that wants to play and have an.
And just cover bands, DJs, karaoke DJs, you know, easy stuff that won't be costly. People are willing to come out, and just a different place to come out and hang out.
And you may find a sponsor, State Farm may want to sponsor, or somebody else may want to have a sponsor, to come and sponsor the event, and then we can have people to sponsor the event as well.
And what would it take to sponsor? There's no cost, right?
Yeah, but we still want to have somebody sponsor, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, there's a lot of cost
Because
involved.
that's money to
It
have.
could be a $2,000 sponsor.
I'll talk to
They
Andy.
wanna
Yeah,
say,
we-
yeah. I'll go with
Andy's
you.
my
Yeah,
friend.
we're
So,
involved.
$200 sponsor, you know, it's, you know, patio, you know, brought to you by whoever,
Yeah.
you know. They get to
With a
advertise it.
catchy
and
name or something.
we
Yeah,
get
something
to do
catchy,
that.
Yeah.
I always call him, do not buy tickets
I
for
know.
the Denim and Diamonds from anybody, I'm coming to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I think, we named it, and we've been successful. I think Fluffs, the owner of Fluffs came out and cooked for us for hamburgers and things like that. They're gonna be cooking hamburgers, not the gourmet hamburgers for the kids for opening day, but they're gonna be cooking for that. So we had some people who come out and cook, and we've had some trucks that can come out here and be able to park. So it's a matter of it, however you all wanna write it, however you wanna do it. So the problem that we've had in the past, that the facility wasn't up and up, because Gloria, remember the mold days and the paint and the leaking? We not leaking anymore.
I remember those days,
and,
especially on a wedding night.
And so we're not leaking anymore, we have our electrical problems together, and so all those things are behind us, and you have a budget, which should be the calculator. And you have a budget, and just to let you know, for those that are new for government, that you need to use your funds to demonstrate that there is a need. If you don't use your funds, then they won't allocate those funds to you at the end of this year. Just to show you that if you look at the line items, on the previous years, sometimes they were zero, sometimes they were lower, whatever like that, so I'll just take it easy, on utilities, it was $4,000, but we actually spent more than that, so we bumped it up to 5,500, because we saw that the electricity is more, it costs us more. But if you have a marketing budget of $45,000, and you spend $10,000, you're gonna have a marketing budget of $10,000.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, understandable.
Because they're saying, if you use those funds, I could have done it for something else.
Right.
Of course, when we market anything, we have to do the hotels, and, we have a new hotel in town, it switched from the Motel
Executive.
8, that 8
Oh,
or
yeah.
6?
Which Motel 8?
Eight.
Yeah. Super eight.
Super 8 is now
Executive.
something else.
Executive.
Executive Inn.
Yes.
Different owners or what?
New management, different owners, they said it, so, that's a great opportunity for us to, tell them, you know, they're new and a different name that they wanna come
I
and.
did some work on it, never paid me.
Are they still, is Connie still, or whoever takes care of it, still getting like audits to see if we're getting the right amount of money from them? Because I know that y'all had started that.
This week sponsored by so-and-so.
And
If
it's-
you wanna put your name on for
Yeah.
next week.
Because there were
put it
a
up.
couple of them
Nobody's
that
gonna wanna
were-
get outdone. You know what I mean? It's like,
Uh-huh.
hey, this week so-and-so's gonna sponsor it. Well, would you like to, folks, put your name out there next week?
Well, I really think that we have a good group that's really,
Yeah, and you know, Rick's gonna say, hey, well, I wanna sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay.
Okay.
I really think that we have a very good group as far as trying to help Chess, and Chess, all you have to do is call or text or whatever, and I think we can really get things going.
Chaz, I think where item E is yours,
Yeah, and-
we've talked about a lot of it. but
Yeah, we were talking about rentals, I don't know if everybody knows now, our rentals are now, we can divide the halls up. We have the petitioners that we've been using, so now we rent out banquet hall 1, 2, and 3, so we rent partial rentals now. So we can do a partial rental, if the days is open, we'll do a partial rental.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What do you charge for that?
We charge for, I should bring everybody one,
It's okay.
I will bring one for next meeting
That's
so everybody
okay.
can have, but we have
I
banquet
was
hall 1.
curious.
Just for the halls, banquet hall 1 and 3, we charge 500. 500 just for that. If you want the kitchen and the patio, it's 750 for banquet hall 1. Banquet hall 3 does not get anything
No,
else.
thank you.
Just because it's on the far side. And then we do have banquet hall 1 and 2 together, and we charge 1,500 for that one. And it comes with 3/4 of the ballroom with the kitchen and patio. So now we're competing with
middle?
prices. Yes.
You're talking about the center?
Yes, yeah, from the banquet hall 1 and 2, and we go to the right towards the,
And leave this part out?
yes.
We did that to make us competitive with smaller venues.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
may not
because-
want to pay for it.
Well, a lot of people felt like it was
Yeah,
too
and-
we and it was just like
Yeah, and
too much.
you've gotten the phone calls where like, well, I don't want to pay, it's only 250 wedding. So, you know, we have 200 people for the wedding, it's too big, it's too pricey, so that's why we did that.
Is it like, or can we get it like charted out and see like, okay, like banquet
Yeah.
one?
We do have it, she
Oh,
has it
okay.
right there, I have
Oh,
it charted out, it comes with our contract,
Oh,
and then
cool.
we're gonna post it on, we have it on
Oh,
our
great,
website as well
great.
too. So people are able to see that online.
But we have not gone up as far as, but we were charging $2,300 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still the same 20.
Someone had said it had gone up to 25. I said, not that I.
It's only 25, I think people get confused when they want the Friday before, we charge the $200
Yes.
extra. I think that's where they get confused. So they say 25.
And we've been working with the AV, and so the system, and we're coming up with some different proposals that we're gonna bring back to the board about the screens and things such as that.
Trying to update, yeah, we're trying to update the screens, the projectors. We're still, I think, RGB, we should be HDMI right now, easier hookup process. Even with the Wi-Fi we have here, where it should be Bluetooth, everything should be easier connection for us to use.
Well, the TV is HDMI one.
Yeah, the HDMI TV, so that's what we're looking to do with the screens inside the.
That's great.
the halls.
So that's a lot of
Why do
trouble.
some musicians hook up to the above seating snake and others have to go through the floor?
I don't think it,
No, it's all a matter of preference.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They should never have to run the snake.
Yeah, it should be,
Well,
yeah, it
it's
should
like-
be,
You plug in at the board right
yeah,
there.
it should be plugged in from there into the wall right here. like
Plug
it's
in the
wall.
wall.
They
Yeah,
still
yeah,
use that
it should
snake
be
a lot?
Wall to wall.
It
It
shouldn't
should
be no
never
more
use-
snake, no more. It should be easier plug in right here. They have the sound, you just plug in.
If
and
somebody
it's
ever
connected.
needs this, uses or want to use snake, you can tell them you don't need it, we have a snake.
And I think the one they want to use a snake is when we did the whole funeral here.
Was there
They used it on the floor.
30, yeah. They
36
used it on
channels
the
or
floor.
something?
Yeah,
There was
'cause
like
they-
36 channels, something like that.
Yeah, they used it.
Unless you got a monster mariachi, you
But
gotta
we-
use.
Yeah, we
36
shouldn't,
channels.
I mean, we have Gord come out here and he has
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
He never
That's
uses
what
a
I'm
snake.
No,
Yeah,
he never
we
did.
never use.
He goes up above.
No.
Yeah, he connects right here to the wall. We have a connection.
Okay, how does
To the
that
wall.
connect to the
There's
stage?
another connection to the stage that comes
Underground.
out
So
there.
it goes-
Is it underground?
Yeah, it's above.
Yeah, it's
Above?
above.
Above.
Yeah, it's above.
Above.
It's above,
We paid for that.
That-
right
Yeah, where we built the building,
When we
yeah.
built the building, there's a loop that goes across.
that is the greatest idea.
Yeah.
That's the connection.
The
that
only
everybody uses.
one that ever used a snake was when the Opry came.
Yeah, exactly.
They would use a snake because
They
they
would
would,
go through the floor.
yeah, they would make sure that I'd have the snake there at 1 o'clock when they would start setting
Speaking
up.
for musicians, greatest idea ever.
Yeah, so,
And that's one of the other things that we had talked about, the previous board had talked about, is improving the sound. We have a reverberation problem, and it kind of bounces against the walls. And we were looking at, John Lackness in particular was looking at ways that maybe we could fix that. You know, there's everything from egg crates to
Anything-
whatever.
Yeah, anything to dampen it a little bit better.
We've had a problem with that, and
All I have to do,
I
let
can-
it speak on the floor,
Yeah, but-
point toward the people, you won't get.
I can tell you, a really good engineer will set it to where
Yeah.
it will suffice.
there were just a few that would complain
Yeah.
about the
We
sound.
need a black, we need some of those black boxes that absorb some of it.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely help.
Is that costly?
Let's see if-
Yeah,
That I wouldn't know.
I can get some prices on that.
Yeah.
Come back. Yeah, the less people, that's when you hear it the most. When there's a lot of people in the building, you're really not gonna hear that.
No.
Yeah, it's all hooked up.
But they will be bringing sometime in late January, I don't think it'll make your next meeting, but in February, we will be bringing back to this board a sound system that our IT guys working on to help out with some of the things with the projections and all, because people want to have that and use the projection screens, but he's saying it's time for us to update it. And so I don't know if I'll have the prices in January for your January meeting, but I definitely will have it in your February meeting, so you all can decide.
Either that or invest in some large monitors.
Setting up is a monster right now. But people want to be able to not have them in the floor all the time and then bring down the screens and then take it back up, but we do something with screens and something with it's a whole.
Sometimes it was just a big headache. Sometimes I felt like saying, I'm sorry, it's not working.
And
but
that's
I
the way it
couldn't-
is right now. I
couldn't.
mean,
You don't have that option, right?
No,
Well, right now,
well,
it's-
especially for weddings.
Yeah, and it's
They
been
want it.
down for a while just because the system's not working like it used to. I mean, it turns on when it wants.
But even with the screens working, the camera quality isn't that.
No, it's not.
And those
Much
bulbs,
better.
those
So
bulbs.
the projectors need to be updated.
It's not gonna be a cheap proposal now,
No, because those bulbs cost like $400.
Yeah, they're pretty pricey.
But it is, people ask for all the time, but not only at the weddings and the quinceañeras, but also some of our training, the school that come up and we have every chair in the whole place used up.
Like East Central.
Yeah, they want to
They
have
didn't have-
those,
did they
those
have it this year?
screens. And
Yes, they have.
they have it here now, and so they want to have those screens, but
The
they don't have
screens
the
are-
option. Some of the presentations, but they don't have that because it's just not working, so.
And the stock show, I don't know if they're gonna have it again in January
Yes.
or what, but they really need them because that's how they auction off.
Yeah. So people are requesting it, so we wanted to definitely do
I
that.
didn't know, but I remember.
So I put a calendar of 2018 for the next 6 months, some ideas together that I'm looking to do. As we know, we got Mayfest, Freedom Fest, but I threw some more in there to get it going for the new year. Things like a Valentine's dinner, dance, something easy, real, where people can come in, enjoy themselves.
Will we have time to plan that?
It's a short notice,
That's
so,
what, a month and a half?
yeah, for a month and a half.
Especially to get someone to, okay?
Yeah, so I've been asking around. The only thing I would bring is cover bands, somebody that has the time to do it. But that's now, future, you know, events that we should be doing for this building.
The good times bring.
Yep. The bingo, the
Oh, they
Spanish
played
bingo.
already. The good times is done.
Yeah, they're
I gave her- I got a plaque.
I
got a
Remember
plaque.
we gave
My
him a
son's
plaque?
got a nice plaque in his living room, in his bedroom that's.
Yeah, we got a plaque.
You mean you gave it to David?
The Spanish bingo, I mean, was a real big hit. I wanna continue to do that. Spanish bingo, we were having 40 to 50 people out here. And we have all three nursing homes out here. Sometimes it was 1, 2, all of them, and we had a big crowd. We even had people ask for a night bingo because, you know, people that work were able to make it out. So I mean, that was something I wanted to get going too. And, I mean, of course, you can't charge, you can't give out money. We did prizes. And we had our concession stand, so we made our concession stand, went back to the prizes. So it paid for itself. That's what we talked about, paid for itself.
And I think everybody enjoyed that because
They
there were a
did.
lot of comments.
So we do a night one and do the same thing. I mean, people get to enjoy the event center. We make some money at the concession stand. We can even open up the bar, people want to hang out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get
stuff like
somebody to
that.
sponsor every different week.
And the bingo.
Yeah, we had a lot of health
you can-
insurance sponsor the event.
You can have the bingo that, like they do with the bingo halls, you can do that, but you have to, according to law, and I think you have to have a non-for-profit to sponsor you, and they have to be here. I talked to the Lions Club one time, and one member said no, one member said yes, because they physically have to be here, be part of that, so that you can do it. But the other non-for-profit I thought would really do it is the volunteer fire department.
Fire department, we had talked to them, right, Bill?
And
Yeah,
they-
because if we can get our license for bingo and do it
They
2
would
nights,
be-
I mean, you can tell how.
So is that something that you all like to look into? I mean, because your
Right.
attorney would have to be
Oh, we have
involved
to
in
drive.
that.
I would come.
Yeah.
The attorney would have to look at,
But we'd have to have, I mean, we'd have to have a budget because they expect money. They don't want, like, prices.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
give
no.
out money though, right?
No, if you get your license, you
Oh,
can
we-
give out
Yeah.
some money, yes.
Yeah,
And
if
that's the
you're-
thing.
If you're legal, you can give money, just
We'll
like
be making our money
over
at
there
the
at
bar,
Bingo Hall.
in concession stand area, and then, you know, what we make at the door is we can give back. You know, when people come in, that's how they mostly do it.
but it has to be licensed.
It has to be licensed to do that.
But there's I think there was something that we had looked into at one time, that you have to be, and I don't know, maybe Tom can correct us on that, something about a nonprofit.
A nonprofit has to be a part of
Right.
the license.
It has to be involved.
Yeah, and we had.
And they have
we
to be
had-
there.
And they have to participate.
Yeah, we had talked, I think at one time, about, to the fire department.
Because we're a nonprofit, right, the 40 board?
Are you a nonprofit?
It's a 4A corporation, I don't think it's a non-profit.
You're tax
We're
exempt,
ready.
you're tax exempt, but you're not nonprofit. You have to, and so it could be,
It's
We're-
not a 501c3.
No.
Political subdivision.
you have to, but you have to partner with the nonprofit. But
And the
the,
501c6?
but the police, but the fire department,
What if we partner with like a youth organization that's a 501c?
you think, yeah.
I mean, they raise money.
Well, I think the problem you run into with the alcohol or gambling, whatever, but I can see that there would be, something like a food pantry or, something that needs some community.
See,
And
the
I'm just,
food pantry is put together by the Minister Alliance.
yeah. But there's gotta be somebody around that would be, you know, they may not wanna do that either. But I'm just thinking of groups that, you know, need some exposure and funding.
Well, the Knights of Columbus is one that could do that for us, and like I said, I mentioned to the Lions Club, but they have a new president now, but at that time, they were not interested in it, even though they've sponsored, Lions Club has sponsored in other areas, this type of
I
event.
think the Knights of Columbus used to have bingo at the, we used to have it
But it's
have it
really a
at
lucrative kind of thing, but you know, if
Very
you're.
short. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I ran.
The VFW.
There you
had
go, right
posed
here,
that
that's
for
the man.
years.
Right here.
I don't
Chad
know if they
Mannion.
still do it.
But I know
I remember
that
that.
the fire department was kind of interested, but then it just kind of died down, so.
Well, I didn't spend any time or energy on our attorney to look into what we had to do, I just read it for myself, and the things I remember was that you had to have a non-for-profit to not only
Yes, that-
be a part,
I
but
remember
also to
that.
participate in it. The other thing is that you have to remember, you're gonna lock yourself up to a Tuesday night, Wednesday, whatever night it is, because those people who like do bingo like to say, first Tuesday of the month, or say, you know, you know, we have to definitely consistently block off those dates. so that
It's-
can happen.
There's a lot of people from Floresville that go over here to this hilltop. I know. I've never been because I wouldn't.
I mean, I think we'll attract
facilities-
other people from Pleasanton, Fall City, Poe, those people will come here to Floresville for them.
I've always said that the best thing to do with this place is just to have all these A-liner machines and everybody would come, including myself. You didn't hear that.
That's what I said.
Oh my God, don't you lose it.
It's on native ground, we'll just turn it into a casino.
That's what I'm saying.
You make your property back.
And you know what, we make a lot of money.
Find somebody, turn it into a casino. and
Greg,
it's on.
Exit out.
You'll have hotels all through here.
Nobody likes to see it.
Yeah, it'll be the new,
Well, I think the idea that we're doing though is we're brainstorming. We're
Yeah.
thinking of
Turning over
ideas.
every stone.
And, you know, some of them we may look at and say, why did we ever think of that?
what works.
But the ideas that are flowing out of through our brains right now are good. We need to keep that alive. And if we get into these things, yes, it's our job, it's going to get bigger, because we're gonna have to be here approving things, we're gonna have to be here saying, yes, we're gonna follow up with this idea, that Tom needs to get the paperwork in this week, or whatever. It's gonna make our job bigger. But then we're truly serving the community the way we need to be. I've been on this board a long time, and we've been everything from advisors. At one time, they wanted us to take over the operation of the center and all this other stuff. But we've never really been able to kick off a good, solid campaign and sustain it.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping that the council will leave this board alone long enough, and I'm saying this for the record, I hope they will leave us together so we can get something done and follow through with a plan. Because that's what it takes. You have to follow through, and you make plans and be consistent.
Correct.
This is a business, and we've got to treat it like that. I'm sure I got myself in trouble saying that.
Did the board want me to research that question, the bingo question, for next month's meeting?
Would you,
Are we ready for that?
I mean, it's just simple research there.
Well, he could
It's
do
free to-
research and then give us,
I mean, that would be it. I
Kinda
think
give us some
you
tips.
guys have done a lot of brainstorming tonight, a lot. Some of it.
One of the things I think we need to look at the sports complex that's coming up.
You've got that coming up too, there's a lot of
Right.
stuff y'all can expand upon.
and that's one thing I think we need the signage for, is the sports complex. There are things going on out here that people never know about. And I had a lady tell me one day that she drove by here, there were all sorts of cars out here, and last spring, and she wondered what was going on here, but she thought it was a wedding or something like that. There was nothing out here that said that. And she saw the sign out here in front, but she was driving and she couldn't read it, because she was driving so fast, and the sign was going this way with the highway. And turned out it was the garden thing. And she would have liked to stop for that, but she simply didn't know that that was what was going on. And so we need to get signs that people can read and have things going on out there.
Well-
So who's gonna be booking like tournaments and things? It will be chess?
Yes, that's all I have right now, and so I'm gonna be, speaking to the 4B board at their next meeting, because, I'm gonna encourage Mr. Baker to stay here, and keep his office here, but at City Hall, we're going back home. And so I'm taking Margaret back with me, as well as Monica Cordova, and so sometime, Margaret Sahara would actually, answer the phone for Chaz, help book Chaz, and Gloria, well, I tell you, we don't say this a lot, I'm now on the board, and Gloria can tell you, it's hard being a one-woman or one-man show here all the time. And so, a part-time person, a part-time for Chaz and a part-time for EDC, but I need to see how we can work out, they can share a person.
I think we need to have someone here that can show the building to people, that's here to, I mean, we're asking Ches to go market. He can't market
It's a lot.
this building, sitting in his office.
Well, one of the conversations Chaz and I had is he wants to go to this wedding thing.
Sure.
He wants to go to a wedding thing.
And
I told
he
him to
needs to be
go.
going to that.
And pick up all those brochures and we can come back and see what it
It's the
do.
bridal extravaganza. They have two
Oh, yeah.
big extravaganza at the Convention Center.
And,
So I'm
you
gonna
know,
go to the January
But when he's
one
there, there's
to get
nobody
information
here.
how
That's
they
what
do
I'm-
it.
that's exactly what I'm getting at.
We're gonna have a booth
I
out
was
there
in the
for us.
insurance business, and you don't sit in your office if you're an insurance business. You
They
better be
give
out
us
selling.
I have all the packet, they give us a lot of things, but we gotta have brochures, we gotta have pictures, videos, so I'm gonna go get intel on how to do how other vendors do it, so we can go and let people know, hey, we're not too far from San Antonio, we have this great venue in Floresville, and then we can help host our own.
We don't
vendor
even have an
booth out there.
effective, professionally made brochure.
That's what I was gonna
That's-
say.
But he wants to go, so he's gonna go and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. And he's gonna collect all that kind of stuff, bring it back to here, you're gonna say, I like this format, I don't like
Bring it
this.
here and we'll
We
just
can have
pick it
business,
out how we
make
wanna do
connections.
it, and
But
then
while
we'll
he's there,
go
we
find something to
really
do.
need-
all I got is a janitor. And you don't want the janitor to show you where you're
That's-
gonna have your wedding.
That's where you can use this board. You
So-
can use this board to help come up with people. I will be
Oh,
glad to
Tom,
go down.
Tom, come on.
I would be glad to go to the council and say,
For
hey,
money,
we explain
not
that to
volunteer.
them. We need somebody out here every day.
I didn't know
And if
that.
he's out marketing, that leaves nobody here. And so, and he's going down the road and somebody calls him and says, I like to rent the event center.
And there's nobody.
Well,
to
he's
show.
driving down the road, maybe in Fort Worth at a rival thing or something like that, and he's trying to talk to him about that. We need somebody here on the premises to answer the phone, answer questions, give people a tour, and tell them what's going on out here. And we can't expect him to do that, hold him responsible for marketing while he's gotta sit here and answer the telephone.
Now, I know I'm not on the board, but I think you said a piece of it. And I'm gonna put in my, I think, come on, y'all, we don't have much time. Final Fours in San Antonio, we need to do something here for the Final Four. Final Four is being hosted
That
in
would be
San Antonio.
so-
We need to host something here.
Yeah, and even if it's just we host, or we show it on our screens, you know, and
Mhm.
have people come out.
Have a Final Four party.
Yep.
It's the Final Four.
We were talking
Well,
about doing like a travel bus to take people up there to stay here, but we did get some advice, you know, if they're gonna, it's gonna be kinda hard, you know, to have people why they wanna stay in Floresville and then travel up that way.
Every hotel's gonna be booked.
Because it really be.
But
Yeah.
Mr.
on the other
Sports,
hand,
you
there are
wanna
a lot of
tag it
people
on that one?
who don't like to go to a lot of people my age don't like to go to San Antonio for, like a Legion convention or things like, because they don't want to drive downtown.
Right.
They're afraid of parking in a parking lot, they don't know where it is. They'd really come to a town like Floresville and say, I know where Floresville is, I can find it on the map. I have several ways to get into Floresville, they've got hotels there, let's have it at Floresville. And Danny, you'll remember when we first started, American Legion was looking to have a big party here. Our big district-wide thing, people from 13 or 14, 15 counties coming here. But they wanted 20, they had 2,000 people coming. They didn't need hotels, we didn't have hotels, but we do now.
Did the Lions Club have their deal here this year, Chess? Because I know they had their convention like
No, they didn't have
a couple of years ago.
They had it last year. Their big
That's
meeting.
another inventory we need, how many
And we
hotel
had,
rooms
we had people from Houston, from all over, and they
How
had
many
their
people can
convention
we
here.
hold?
Yeah.
And we
The
need to
chamber
tell them
might
that.
have that.
And if we plan early enough, you know, they'll come. And the hotels can book the rooms in advance. And we'll have
The dates for those is Saturday, March 31st, and Monday, April 12th. The games will be on the 4th in San Antonio.
What day?
March 31st?
So it's Easter weekend. March 31st and Monday, April 2nd will be the last game. So that'll be the weekend for that.
Final Four.
Well, you go up and you look at, right there on Randolph, it's on 1604, across from Randolph Air Force Base. They have that little sportsplex, it's 4 basketball courts, and in a building that's not, you don't have any place to park hardly, and they have 400 people come there to play pickleball. Ball of the United States. And, you know, we've got as much room as they do, we use the ballroom and the gym.
And that's on the last page I put some sporting events together for leagues to utilize our facilities. So the big three ones, they're gonna bring you the most revenue are basketball, volleyball, and softball. You know, especially with our new sports complex. So I put some numbers together, on a minimal of 5 teams, and then I did expenses, everything else on it. And if you look at the numbers on the last page, I mean, you can see what it brings in a year. The cost is not very effective.